Pacifica and NPR stations, on low-power FM, college and community radio stations, on public access TV stations and PBS stations and both TV satellite networks, on Dish Network Channel 9415 Free Speech TV, 9410 Link TV, and on DirecTV Channel 375. And we're video and audio podcasting at democracynow.org. Our headlines are also available in Spanish for any radio station to take. As we turn now to the war in Afghanistan, where the number of civilian casualties continues to mount. Last week, President Obama met with Afghan President Hamid Karzai at the White House. At a news conference, Obama addressed the rising number of civilian casualties.
When there is a civilian casualty, that is not just a political problem for me. I am ultimately accountable, just as General McChrystal is accountable, for somebody who's not on the battlefield who got killed. And that is something that I have to carry with me, and that anybody who's involved in a military operation has to carry with them. And so we do not take that lightly. We have an interest in reducing civilian casualties, not because it's a problem for President Karzai. We have an interest in reducing civilian casualties because I don't want civilians killed.
President Obama did not detail how he or General McChrystal are held accountable when U.S. forces kill Afghan civilians. The number of civilians killed by U.S. forces has spiked in recent years. In the most recent incident, NATO-led forces have been accused of killing between 9 and 15 Afghan civilians in a Friday morning raid near the city of Jalalabad. Hundreds of Afghans set fire to tires and blocked streets to protest the killings. Independent journalist Rick Rowley of Big Noise Films was at the scene and filed this report.
Mourners continued to gather on Saturday in the small farming village of Koshkaki in eastern Afghanistan's Nangarhar province, where an early Friday morning raid by U.S. and Afghan special forces left 8 people dead. The military issued a statement saying that their forces came under attack, and in the firefight, a Taliban sub-commander and 7 militants were killed. They reported that no civilians were harmed. But residents here tell a different story.
We woke up when we heard them open fire. They shot 3 people in the guest house, and we thought thieves had come in from the desert. One of my brothers-in-law went to the roof to see who was there. As he climbed the stairs, the Americans shot him, and he died instantly. The second boy was his son. They hit him with a grenade. He survived until 5 in the morning. He was 16 years old. He bled to death from the wound in his leg. We went outside to see what was happening, and the Americans were already on top of the walls. They shot and killed 5 of us.
Nazir Ahmed still has a piece of shrapnel in his face, and his baby daughter was hurt in the attack. He says he has always supported the government. 3 of his family members are in the parliament. But attacks like this are turning Afghans against the government and the Americans.
If the military keeps doing this, the people will go into the mountains to fight them. When I saw my daughter injured, all I could think about was putting on a suicide jacket.
Nazir's brother-in-law, Saeed Rahim, is buried here with his 4 sons in a small graveyard on the edge of the main road. The U.S. attack only lasted a few minutes, but it left the entire male side of the family dead. The mourners here say the U.S. military has lost all credibility.
The U.S. Army will say anything. Everyone knows that. If you don't trust me, ask one of our elders.
They're lying. We live here, and we know what happened.
Whether Saeed Rahim and his family were simple farmers or Taliban militants, as NATO alleges, their killings have destabilized what was a calm district. Hours after the attack, angry residents marched on the provincial capital. When the police blocked their path, they attacked the police headquarters, smashing its windows with stones. The police opened fire, killing one demonstrator and wounding several others.